this is J-Rock. You're about to listen to the Bone In Podcast. I'd like to remind you that the Bone In Podcast is a comedy podcast, and despite any insistence from anybody on this podcast, we are not experts of any kind, including scientists or doctors. All the research was performed by a bunch of idiots who apparently have way too much free time on their hands. All the information contained within is for entertainment purposes only. Our language will be lewd, obscene, crass, and generally offensive. So if that's not your particular cup of tea, this podcast might not be for you. Or if it is, but the kids are still up, maybe come back later. But if you're still here, enjoy the show.
Sequels are like the shitty part of the backbone of the quilt, and we have a sequel for you. This is part 2 of the last podcast we did, which was part 1. So here we go.
Inside the wild world of competitive eating.
And I'm going to go ahead and insert a
We're inside it.
Hot dog, everybody.
Hot dog.
Hot dog.
Hot dog.
We're back!
Yay.
Part 2, going to jump right into notable eating competitions. I think most people are going to be familiar with some of these, but just in case, I wanted to cover, what are some of the opportunities. Obviously, these are the granddaddies. I don't know if you would ever consider going outside of Buffalo Wild Wings. Might be
Wait, Buffalo Wild Wings or Buffalo...
Buffalo Wings. I don't know why I said Wild Wings.
I was like, I actually don't like
'Cause they're
Buffalo
wild.
Wild Wings.
Wow.
I've had wings there, and I was just like, these
You don't like Buffalo
I don't.
Wild
I
Wings?
don't know. It's been probably like a decade since the last I've been
Really?
there. So, yeah.
I think they're actually really good.
Yeah, they got their mango habanero is really good.
Well, maybe we should do
Mango.
a like where we go, just like how we went to that one restaurant not too long ago, like doing our homework, seeing what's out there.
One
I'll
of
go back.
your training events.
Yeah. Yeah.
We can do that.
Yeah.
We could have an event, guys.
But anyways, the granddaddy of them all, U.S. Nationals in Orchard Park, New York. That's Buffalo.
Oh.
The home of the Buffalo chicken nugget.
Oh, I was gonna say Buffalo. Is that where Buffalo hot wing sauce comes from?
Yeah. It is.
You cracked the code.
Are you just now learning this?
You're like the Alan Turing of Buffalo Wings.
I was just making an
Is that
observation.
guy's
That's
name?
all.
Alan?
The guy who cracked the enigma?
Yeah.
Yes. I'm Alfred Turning of the
He-
Buffalo Code.
He was played in that movie by
Beautiful Mind?
Bendy Dick Cummy Pants.
Oh, never mind.
Mm, yes.
Beautiful Mind. That's not the same movie.
Anyways. So yeah, Buffalo, New York, Orchard Park, the Mecca. There's a $5,000 purse.
That is
and in
enormous.
general,
I was not. I'm shocked. Like I was not expecting that.
Is there a different prize for a man? Like if he doesn't want a purse?
Men can like purses, Dan.
Well, I
This
don't.
is-
I don't want a purse. I don't care if it's worth $5,000. I don't want a purse.
I'll reach out to them and see if they have.
Yeah, see if I could get like a wallet.
That is
or-
very unsensitive.
I'm sorry. I don't want a purse. What am I gonna do with a purse?
If you like a purse, you can go ahead and have a purse.
If you like, I'm not hating on anyone that wants the purse. I just don't want it.
So that is an enormous amount, whether it be in a purse or a satchel of sorts.
Mhm. To any.
Calling it a satchel doesn't make it not a purse.
A European handbag.
Still a purse.
Jared, go on. I'm sorry, we're interrupting.
No
you. Yeah,
worries. It's content.
Okay.
It's good. Like I was saying
Stop
earlier,
saying it's
12-minute time limit. One thing, there is an amateur eating competition that goes on at the same time.
Okay. Oh,
Maybe that's you're in. Maybe
Okay.
that's where we start.
What are they amateurs at?
Eating competitive.
Oh,
eating.
so you're not eating the amateurs.
No.
In the end, you have to eat a whole raw human
I thought it was
being.
like an amateur bowler or something. You have to eat one.
Just an amateur in general.
So you're the amateur.
Yes.
Got it.
Or am
You're
I
not
the
pro.
amateur?
That's
Oh,
clear now.
okay.
You
Yeah.
were an
Yeah, me.
amateur. Well, I think you still technically aren't an amateur because you haven't tried it all,
Yeah.
Okay.
right?
Okay.
No, you're not. Yeah.
You got to try.
I mean, you have eaten, not competitively.
Just
So I guess
street cred.
everyone right now is an amateur eater.
I guess I don't know what an
An
amateur
amateur?
is.
An
Jared
amateur.
is so above everybody else that he doesn't understand maturity. Is that a word?
Amateurity?
Immaturity.
Who knows at this point what's a word and what isn't?
Probably like English
Yeah, there are actually people.
professors.
It's just not me.
If amaturity is not a word, please leave it in the comments below.
Amateurish.
That was a very amateur statement you just made there.
Amateurish is a word.
Amateurist. Moving on.
So- Just we're not eating amateurs.
You're not winning purses. You're not eating people.
Okay.
You're eating buffalo chicken wings in
Well,
an amateur
This
fashion.
sounds incredibly boring to me.
Second one would be the right here in Colorado at the state fair down in Pueblo.
Well,
this is a MLE sanctioned event as well.
Emily likes it.
Emily likes it. Slopper
No.
competition.
And explain to us what a slopper is, because
It's a burger
Oh.
that is covered in green chili.
that sounds delicious.
Smothered, I believe is the word that they prefer.
Yeah.
Does
Yep.
look really good.
That's pretty heavy, though. I feel like a hot wing versus a slopper, that's significant.
I think the total number of sloppers is pretty low, right? It's like
Yeah.
7 or
Oh, okay.
We'll get to it in the last portion, but I do have some numbers on what he did in that. And it's a lot still. It's not nothing.
yeah, but it's not 100 or 200, right?
Not even close. So this one has a $4,000 purse
oh,
that you
dang,
can
that's
win.
still pretty impressive.
Not as nice as the 5,000, but
I
yeah, still
would
pretty good.
Still
yeah.
a purse.
So yeah, if you were interested in going outside the wing world,
Mhm.
that'd be a good place to start.
What are you going to do with all these purses?
I mean, I guess I do have a purse.
You going to put your lipsticks in them?
You put money in them.
I don't
That's
know
more
what
than-
purses are for. I've never had one.
You don't go through. Yeah, never mind.
Strangers' purses.
You don't go through a stranger's purse. Yeah, that's a lot of money, though.
It is pretty good.
Yeah.
And then the one that everybody knows about, Nathan's,
Nathan.
the one I mentioned earlier, Coney Island, New York, obviously the best known, $40,000
Dang.
prize.
I'm in the wrong. I'm like, I don't really like hot
No
dogs.
purse, huh?
I didn't want to say it because I feel like we've exhausted the joke at this point, but
Yeah, a $40,000. That's
$40,000 in cash?
how do they raise this money though? Like how do they?
They sell hot
accumulate-
dogs.
Oh. Oh, I guess Nathan's is a. So all
There's-
proceeds when you go to the grocery store and you buy Nathan's hot dog, you donate proceeds to the Nathan's.
Yeah, I'm sure
Nathan's.
they're using their profits too.
all of these
To pay
are
the
sponsored by
Does Tyson, or I'm sorry,
Mike Tyson.
yeah, does Mike Tyson cover the purse for the Buffalo competition? How are they getting their money?
it's sponsorships. It's probably buy-ins.
I mean, I guess sponsorships.
I mean, I don't know everything about the
Maybe like
financials behind it, but
Buffalo Wild Wings sponsors it, maybe, or like Coors,
a lot of them are,
Coors?
have corporate sponsorships to them.
Okay.
Budweiser.
And then the other big key is the old four-letter sports network broadcasts it,
Mhm,
and
yeah.
anytime you're going live on national television,
They-
they wouldn't be doing it if there weren't money involved.
Are you serious that they have that's crazy. So the 4-letter TV thing.
You can say ESPN.
I don't know the
ESPN.
rules. ESPN broadcasts it.
That's
Yes.
crazy.
I mean, they do broadcast it, so it's not.
They're invested into
There's nothing wrong with saying that they broadcast it.
Well, I'm gonna
be
just
safe.
be safe. But cat's out of the bag.
Yeah.
There's another wing competition down in Miami, Wings for Wishes. Did want to list the current winner, 173
Yeah.
in 10 minutes.
Oh, dang. 10 minutes. It's a very short amount of time. And it's
Yeah.
a lot of hot wings.
That's quick.
For reference, when we were doing the Rocky episode, it did take me about 40 minutes to eat those wings. So,
This is why I said in the beginning that you're going to fail.
but these people probably trained for this. So it's like if you were to expect me to run a half marathon or to, something and be like, yeah, I could run a half marathon and then just like go and try run 13 miles when I've never run a mile before.
I think Jared could run a half marathon tomorrow if he wanted to.
You go run 13
But I
miles.
don't think you could eat 170 wings in 10 minutes.
Jared, do you honestly, I want you to look me in the eye and tell me that you could run 13 miles tomorrow.
No.
Okay. So there we go.
You don't think you could cover a distance of 13 miles?
Oh, yeah, if I didn't have to run the whole time.
No, you don't have to run the whole time.
But that's
not what
That's
marathons are.
But here's the thing: is that I could say I could eat 200 hot wings, but I don't think I could eat 200 hot wings in 10 minutes right now.
But that's the goal that you've set for yourself.
I never said 12 minutes or 10 minutes.
But
I just said I could eat 200 hot wings.
how long is it going to? I mean,
You never told
technically,
me.
I could eat 200 hot wings
Okay,
if I set the end
did not say
at
that.
my death.
Well, regardless,
If I give myself
It doesn't
all the
matter.
time in the world,
It does. I mean,
it doesn't, because it all comes down to you want to win a wing eating competition, right?
yes,
you want
So
a purse.
You want to get that purse.
I want to get that bag.
Is that what this has always been about?
No,
Purses. It's what it's always about with these ladies, man. Getting some purses.
No, it wasn't about money. I'm actually shocked about this. It was just kind of like a personal, it's one of those things where it's just like a personal goal, you put forth a personal goal and
Personal.
it all leads back to the purses, man.
It's all about the purses, man.
No, it's just about what's the word? Competition. I put forth a goal. I want to beat that goal.
Well, fair enough. Fair
Yeah.
enough.
Beat it.
Beat it.
So the way that we beat that goal, we have to get you in some competitions.
So we're gonna train.
We're gonna
Okay.
train, and we need to decide which competitions you're going to enter.
Okay, what competitions are there? Are there any locally? Are there any nationwide?
I think we need to start locally because we don't have a budget.
What do you mean we don't have a budget?
I mean, we don't have a budget. We don't have any money. So flying to Buffalo is probably out of the question.
Okay.
I mean, unless you guys are
No, our budget is zero.
Yeah, so zero. So driving, 20 minutes to the other side of town, that's doable.
Okay.
Which it's good because we have the good old Best of the West wing competition right here in
Oh,
town.
hey.
Just happened,
Oh.
so we couldn't have started this further away from that happening. And as a matter of fact, definitely seems like this is more of a summertime thing. So-
is it summertime now?
It technically
is at the end of summer, which is interesting because when you train for it, you'd think that like everybody's getting ready for their summer body. So you're saying that during the wintertime, I'm going to have to get prepared for my summer body,
Mhm.
which is a wing body.
You start on it
Okay.
now, which is how you get a summer body.
It's going to
Okay.
be a body made completely out of wings.
Like
100%. But yeah, so it could be a good thing because that gives you plenty of time to train,
Yeah.
To eat all of the
Oh.
wings.
Yeah.
we eat and prep and
Pooping.
She only
Yeah,
eat all the
pooping.
wings. Lots of pooping.
But I think that's probably, I'm going to put that as number one. That should be your goal.
Yeah, I agree. I think that's a great goal.
Futile, but yeah, good goal. It's a great goal.
Thanks, Dan.
I'm going to give you, you could surprise us.
Okay. You saw me during that Rocky episode and you're like, damn, girl can put back some wings.
I was watching the movie.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was over here hustling my butt off and all you guys were watching was Rocky. Anyways, is there any other challenges that we can go to in this
Yes,
area?
there is.
Okay.
Up in Boulder, they have the West End Taverns Wing King Challenge. And this looks like something that you can pretty much just do anytime you want.
Oh.
I don't know if we got to call head or how that works, but that's 50 wings in 30 minutes.
Oh, yeah. Let's do that. We could even do that this wintertime then. Yeah.
If you're up to it.
Yeah, I'd be totally down.
Okay, so that'll be, I think this could be one of the steps along the way.
Mm-hmm.
There's also, so as I was saying earlier, you have a hot wing challenge, the El Jefe hot wing challenge. That's 1 pound in, that should say 3.5 minutes. And that's up in Denver at Fire on the Mountain. But that's centered around the hot one.
Mm-hmm.
So
that one's more based on Scoville.
You're right.
Okay.
It's not the quantity that you're eating, it's the heat.
Okay.
You're eating the heat.
The heat.
Can you feel the heat?
Wing Shack has one as well. And then I think this almost seems more impressive to me than wings, but Fat Shack has a challenge where you eat 3 of their sandwiches. I don't know if you've been to Fat Shack.
I was actually just going to ask you, what is Fat Shack?
It's a place for people to go eat food at 3:00 in the morning when they are very stoned and eat things like, everything seems to have chicken fingers on it.
Everything has chicken fingers.
Bunch of sandwiches with chicken fingers and like, I don't even remember what they're quite large.
If you take a sandwich and then put anything you can think of on it, that's
And chicken fingers.
Like a small
sandwich.
child or maybe an amateur.
Yeah.
It's about the size of an amateur, I would think.
Is that here locally or is that in Denver?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, those are right here in
Oh,
town.
snap. Okay.
So I think we got to try that just to see.
For training purposes. Yeah. What?
I just feel like this whole thing is just a ruse for you to eat a shitload of food. He's like, I give up. I'm just gonna eat all the food.
If I make it seem like a personal journey,
Yeah.
then
I mean,
just
so
leave
during
it
Rocky,
alone.
did he or did he not? Did he box a chicken or did he chase a chicken?
Why would he box a chicken?
Okay, so what you're saying is that he steps outside.
They don't have hands.
Okay, so what you're saying is he stepped outside of boxing to go chase a chicken. Did he box some stairs or did he run up some stairs? Did he go and physically fight a set of stairs?
If he did, he would have won.
he kind of did box the stairs when he just
He boxed the stairs with his heart.
remember, yeah,
Yeah, like
and
at the
his
top
determination.
Yeah.
is-
So I'm saying it's when you're training, it's okay to step outside.
I'm not saying it's I feel like that was part of the plan.
But now you're saying
He's
in
like,
this-
I'm just gonna eat everything. I'm gonna tell these guys it's a hot wing thing. I'm just gonna eat everything.
I like food.
I don't care. Go ahead.
Okay.
Enjoy yourself.
Jared.
Treat yourself. What's next, Jared?
well,
Yeah.
so we were talking about Rocky, and
Rocky Balboa bag.
Rocky Balboa
Mhm.
had an arch nemesis.
Okay.
There was a bad guy.
Yeah. I don't think he was actually that bad of a guy.
Adrian.
He wasn't. Yes.
I thought that Adrian was.
Polly's the bad. If there's a bad guy,
No,
in that movie,
honestly,
it's
I
Pauly.
think it's Polly. Polly's definitely because Apollo Creed wasn't a bad guy. He was a good guy wanting to do good things for people who were not quite pro yet. I thought.
in
No. That's all wrong.
He just wanted to degrade somebody. He's like,
Well, in the beginning, he was looking for somebody he could beat.
yeah.
That's like the whole thing of the story is like
And-
he was surprised because
Rocky did so well.
Rocky went
I don't think that makes him
all
a
the
bad guy,
rounds.
though. I don't think that makes him a bad guy.
Well, it doesn't make him a bad guy, but
He's an
he wasn't out
antagonist.
to do an altruistic thing for
Mm.
some loser. He was looking for somebody he could beat up real quick.
But Polly definitely is the bad guy.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Ollie
Yeah.
sucks.
you know who your bad guy will be? Your
No.
Apollo Creed,
Good taste.
James Webb.
Okay. And who's this?
He is a competitive eater from Sydney, Australia,
Oh.
and he is currently taking the world of competitive eating by storm.
So he's like
Um,
the Michael Jordache of competitive eating.
Or the Tyler Woods.
Who's Tyler Woods?
You know, he's the famous golfer.
Oh, is that like he's like the Clayton Manning of golf?
Yes. Yeah, just like Clayton.
Gotcha.
So this dude, so I mentioned the slopper eating competition
Mhm.
earlier down in Pueblo. So 32 9-ounce sloppers, totaling
Wait.
12 pounds of food.
Wait, is this within?
Wait, how many sloppers?
32.
Oh my.
Holy shit.
So that's
So they're a half pound each?
Mhm.
Wow.
that's
That's 16 pounds
Dense.
of burgers?
How long did it take him to eat these sloppers?
I didn't see the time limit.
Hmm. But he just sat there and like stuck with it. Oh.
That's nuts.
Oh.
Yeah, that's a lot. This guy's he's an animal.
Uh-oh.
In preparation of that, he ate 6 pounds of chocolate.
Melinda, I feel like
I'm-
you might die.
So it doesn't end there. So 48 hours later, he flew out to the Nathan's or the chicken wing competition I mentioned earlier in New York
Mhm.
and beat Joey Chestnut. Now, if you know who Joey
Yeah,
Chestnut
yeah,
is,
Yeah.
he was the reigning Nathan's hot dog
Yeah.
eating champion. He's also quite formidable. And he beat this dude.
Okay. By how? Like in?
And this was all in like 3 days?
Yeah, 48 hours after he competed in the slopper eating competition,
Wow.
the Pueblo State Fair.
Wait. So
Could we maybe get him deported?
I don't think he lives here. Is that what you said? He's Australian?
Yeah, we can just
Or
kick him out and get his visa pulled.
does he have a visa, or is he just visiting?
Well, you don't want to win off of a
Technicality.
I think we do.
Yeah.
I think we do. This guy sounds like a
Wait, so how
beast.
many hot wings? This is the first I'm hearing of this. I thought that Joey Chestnut was the winner. This gentleman, James Webb, how many did he eat within the time frame?
I did not write that down.
Okay.
So
it was
nobody knows.
probably a lot. I'm going to say north of 150.
Oh,
Based
I
off of
mean,
what I'm
that's not
seeing and
bad.
everything.
Okay. That's still fine, I think. I think it's going to be okay.
Just wait till we get to the science episode.
And I don't know anything about the science episode too. So Jared and Dan, they were writing it, and Dan said, "I'm not going to make facial expressions or react in any way." He sat there and he's like, "Oh." So that'll be a different day. So, anyways, go on.
Just in this summer, he set the world record for in San Diego eating 59.5 donuts in 8 minutes. He also set Australia's sushi record with 100 pieces in 3 minutes and
What?
24 seconds.
What?
I have a question. What the fuck is wrong with this guy?
He's built for this.
Is he at least like what does I wonder what he does during his daytime job? Like what does he do? Does this make
What's his real job?
I don't know. I didn't look that far into it.
Oh,
well maybe we should have him on the pack.
who governs
pig
his
kiss.
body?
Probably him.
Probably him. Yeah.
So okay. Well James Webb, I think that he is I think that he is an Apollo Creed.
100%.
I think he has a leg up on me because he knows his way around a hot wing and maybe a slopper. And I'm coming for you, James Webb, in the most nice way possible. This isn't like I'm coming for you, but like I'm coming for
Eating
you.
100 pieces of sushi just sounds disgusting.
Right?
Well, so here's the thing that I'm reading is so sushi has a lot of rice. That's a lot of carbohydrates. Sloppers have a lot of carbohydrates. They slow you down. Donuts, that's all carbohydrate.
It's just carbohydrates.
Yeah.
And sugar.
Yeah.
Which is the same thing.
I want to know how he does. I wonder how he trains.
Yeah, how is he not the world's fattest man? Is he the world's fattest man?
No,
No?
he's in really good shape.
What?
Whoa.
I wonder if he's like doing all this and then working out or
Well, you got so okay. You do that you do that once a week.
Mhm.
It's not like that's every single meal.
Yeah.
Probably
you
doesn't.
you
really.
just said it was. Like he did this in
4
days
days.
or whatever.
Well, that 4 day, but then I'm sure he went home and probably I don't know what his diet's like outside of
Cuts
that,
a
but
leg
it's not
off.
like
Yeah.
he's doing this every single day of his life.
Maybe he is. Maybe that's how he's training and he's just
Maybe
like
he is.
going to the gym for 6 hours.
I would think that this kind of behavior would eventually kill you.
You see, so that's the point I'm getting at. So let's say you do that. So what did I mention here? 1, 2, 3, 4 competitions. Let's say he's got 10 more he does
Yeah.
in the course of a year. So we're talking about 14 times over the course of a year you're eating like that. So that's not going to have much of an impact on your health.
Yeah. I mean, I know people who, they hit up a drive-through like every other day.
Exactly. I'd
Yeah.
say that's if
And that's
you did
okay.
that.
If you
and
do
outside
that,
of
that's
you're
fine.
eating
If you
healthy,
wanna
Then
do-
he,
yeah.
he has to like not eat anything. He's eating a year's worth of food in 14, 12 to 14 competitions, right? You just not eat the rest of the year?
yeah, maybe.
He's just drinking protein shakes or
I don't even think you'd be able to do that.
caloric count can't. Caloric, what is it called when you go on a
Maybe you
like
could have some corn.
Oh.
Don't feel bad for him. He's gonna kill you.
No, I'm gonna. So here's the deal. We'll talk about it in the science episode. Is when I came up with this idea of joining some sort of eating competition. If Dan would have said like, or even Jared, if they would have said, "I'm worried about you. This is not a good idea. This is not healthy," I'd be like, "Fair enough. Like, I'm not going to pursue this."
So it's our fault.
Yeah, it's your fault.
I get that. That makes sense.
I was gonna say that.
What? That you're worried? You did not say that. You just said you don't think I could.
I
That's,
gave you a shot
that's true.
Oh,
because he
just
was
now.
talking shit about
Oh,
you.
just
I said,
now,
I'll
yeah.
give you, you know,
Yeah,
I'm not counting you out.
yeah.
No, you
You're like
just
the Mickey.
said no.
Yeah, you did just say text me back. No.
You're just like, nope.
Well, that was then. This is now.
So
People
now
can
that you said
change.
about it, yeah. People can change, Dan.
Nah, they can't change. Nobody can change. Ever.
I believe in you, Melinda. I think you can do this.
Yes. So, I feel like I was not feeling when you were talking about Mr. John Taylor. I was like, I don't think I could quite live up to the standards. Like, I don't think I could eat 400 ducks or 400 pigeons or whatever. But James Webb, I feel like that gave me another bump of
Fear.
energy. I was gonna say,
Energy?
I feel a little bit fear. I'd have to look into this a little bit more. But dang, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah, he's like I said, he's an animal. That's really the only way to describe him.
Yeah. Yep.
I did try to look into if there was any sort of research into
I just
what
looked at
makes
it.
somebody special and capable of eating
Mhm.
large amounts of food. There ain't a lot. I'll cover a little bit in the
I could tell
science
you
episode,
right now. I remember competing when I was on the swim team. Being like, "Are you uncomfortable or are you in pain?" Because you could push past being uncomfortable. Like when your brain tells you like, "I'm uncomfortable, stop," you had to push past it and be like, like I'm uncomfortable, but I'm going to survive. Versus like when you're in pain, like you need to check in and be like, okay, well, like this could be a life or death situation, or I could lose a limb or whatever. I think that's kind of the difference of somebody who can compete versus somebody who gets to 15 hot wings and says, I'm done. You know what I mean?
I mean, that just, to me, that just seems like a smart person
Like I'm uncomfortable.
who
I'm gonna
just,
stop.
they're like,
Yeah.
I'm going to stop doing this because
Yeah.
it's,
But in like, I don't know, it's just that could be a smart person, or maybe you could be smart for pushing past that. Like if you were in a survival situation when you were uncomfortable, would you
The survival situation
where you were
eating?
stuck eating 200 hot wings? If you were in a survival situation where you were in the stocks,
I have to eat them before they eat me.
like I mean, like with this guy who's like, "Ooh, I'm about to go in the stocks. I should probably eat 400 doves or whatever." Or you could eat the 400 doves.
They're pigeons.
Pigeons.
Are aren't they the same?
I don't think they are. It's a sign. It's an. Sorry.
Aren't doves just white pigeons?
No, I think they're different.
Huh? I don't know.
I don't know enough about doves or pigeons.
Anyway, I just looked at a picture of this guy on the internet, and he looks like he has delts on his face.
What?
This James Webb's guy.
What do you mean by delts on his face?
Like he has a massive jaw.
Like jowls. Like
He's
Hold
got
on, I'm just
like,
gonna
jowls.
take a second. Hold on a second.
I'll go ahead and keep this rolling while you go ahead and look.
I'm walking over to Dan's desk.
Yeah. Let me find him again. Keep talking, J-Rock. Say interesting things.
Oh.
Telescope. You invented telescope as well.
He invented a telescope too.
Oh yeah, I did. I thought that was kind of funny. He didn't. It's not the inventor of the telescope. That's that fancy one that they just shot up into space, which is making all sorts of fascinating discoveries.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Look at he's got delts on his face. He's got face delts. He's not fat at all.
Mm-mm. Like I said, he's in very good shape.
Looks like he's in really good shape. That's very intimidating.
Yeah, I should have just peeking at a picture. I'm not intimidated, but I mean, that's impressive. Man has a whole face on his face.
He's got two faces.
Yeah. He's like a hyena or like a pit bull. You know, like pit bulls can like.
But so
What can
fighting force wouldn't necessarily be helpful too.
I bet it could though. If he has a strong enough jaw that he could just suck a bone clean.
Suck a bone. Clean. Suck a bone clean.
Well, Jared, I feel like that was insanely insightful, and it kind of made me feel a little motivated,
Scared.
but also,
Terrified.
you know,
Regretful.
I now know that what I'm getting into is a little bit more serious than what I initially thought.
Victory would not be sweet without the challenge.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You need a hill to climb. And
Victory would not be sweet without the challenge.
Winston Churchill.
Barbara Bush also said that.
Barbara Bush has a lot of things.
She said a lot of things.
Yeah.
Most of them pretty racist.
Well, anyways, that's our episode
Yeah, that's
for
all I had.
For competitive eating.
Short
And,
one today, guys.
Yeah, and Jared, thank you for writing this. This is such a good episode, and what's that?
You done good, my
Yeah.
boy.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
I've never been so proud.
I guess thanks, Dan, for being here. I don't know. It's whatever at this point.
I mean, it's my house.
It's your little studio.
I
I
have
forgot
to
about that.
I have to be here. So.
He was here when we got here.
No sweat off my back.
Yeah. All right. That's
All
the
right.
episode.
Thank you.
See ya.